Here we are in an unfinished house, and if you've ever built a house or moved into a house, it's a very exciting time, also a stressful time. One thing building a house is easy and simple. No, you might have seen a show on HGTV where a couple people come in and in a matter of an episode of 30 to 60 minutes radically transform a mess of a house into this beautiful home. But there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, isn't there? Yeah, it's not just a one-person job to build a house. It takes a lot of different people doing a lot of different things, but with the same purpose in mind. The purpose is to build a house. But different people come in with different specialties and areas of focus. You got some workers that come in and focus on the concrete and getting the foundation laid. Then you have people that come in and start putting up all of the framing and the 2x4s and getting the structure in place. You have plumbers come in, you have electricians coming in, you have people that come in and put sheetrock up, and then we're gonna have people that put carpet in and the fixtures in, and we're gonna paint and decorate, and eventually it will be finished and become a home. But it takes a lot of different people, same purpose, but different focuses. It takes a lot of different people to make that happen. There's that principle. Be all in, but don't try to do it all. When the disciples made that shift, when they made that change and that adjustment, notice what happens. Verse 7, so the word of God spread. The number of disciples in Jerusalem increased rapidly, and a large number of priests became obedient to the faith. I love this. Notice, because the disciples decided to not do it all, not only did the food problem get solved, but they grew even more. I love that. The problem they originally set out to solve, of course it got solved, but so much more happened. Maybe even more than they ever expected or could have imagined. It says they grew rapidly, and a large number of priests, religious leaders that normally would have opposed the church, are now obedient to the faith and following Jesus and become part of the church. All because of that principle, all because of that one shift that they made. They recognized that they were at a limit. They were redlining. We can't do all this. We shouldn't do all this on our own. So we need other people to come alongside of us. And because of that, incredible things happened. More and more people came to know Jesus because of that one change. I wonder what would have happened if the disciples said, we just need to work harder. We just need to try harder. We need to wake up earlier and stay up later. We just need to push through this season right now. Wonder what would have happened if the disciples tried to do it all on their own. What happens when we do that? What happens? What have you noticed? Think back with me. What has happened in your life? What has been the result when you have tried to carry the weight of the world on your own shoulders? When you have tried to just push through this current season you're in? When you've just tried to make it all happen on your own? I can speak for myself, and maybe you've experienced this or observed this as well. When I try to do it all on my own, I notice I move out of a place of thriving and being full of joy and full of peace and settling for just merely surviving. It moves me from thriving to settling to survive, to just make it through another day. Maybe you've experienced that or observed that as well. When we don't make that shift, when we try to do it all on our own, we can't thrive, and our joy is lost, and we miss out on the peace and that abundant life that Jesus desires us to have.